welcome back to Buckle Up Garage. Appreciate you tuning in. I guess we'll jump on this early. If you could hit the subscribe button, drop comments below, ding the bell, anything that you do, I appreciate. Get this channel rolling a little bit. Let me know what you think. What we're doing tonight is we are getting ready for the first road trip of the year. I am going to be heading down to the Indy Cylinder Heads Mopar swap meet down in Indianapolis tomorrow morning. And I just want to go over a few things on this because it's going to be the first outing of the year. I really haven't done much with it since I got back from Florida with it back in November last fall. I changed the oil the other night. Just kind of looked some things over. I had a little bit of a transcooler line leak. It was more or less just snugging up some clamps and things like that. But what I did notice on this particular vehicle, like 69 and 70, a lot of the AC cars had a vacuum-operated heater control valve. It is this unit right here, and they are kind of notorious because they're essentially composite plastic. It's multiple pieces that are kind of sandwiched together. And mine had cracked at one of the mounting bolts that holds the pieces together, and it was dripping coolant. So went online. I bought these things in the past. When I looked the other night, they were easy enough to find, but they all ran running because they're all NOS. The ones that you find, if you find a used one, don't bother because it's probably cracked. They're all running about $175 to $200. In the end, if that's what I had to pay, that's what I was going to pay. But I thought I'd jump on the marketplace and just see what's out there. Maybe could find an alternative. And lo and behold, as luck would have it, I found a gentleman about a half hour from my house. I had an NOS one, still in the box, and he gave me a screaming deal on it. So we're going to swap this out tonight. Going to go over a few other things, check tire pressures, lug nut torque, stuff like that. Not that I'm really nervous. This thing has proven itself as a really good freeway flyer. As you would guess, it's not great on gas miles, but that's not what this thing is about. It's just about something old that is just fun. It's not just transportation. It's half of the experience of getting where you're going is driving something different. So I am going to get going on this. I'm kind of a one-man operation here. I don't have anybody to hold the camera, or in this case, my phone. So I'll probably jump around a little bit and just kind of show you what this is. This is pretty straightforward. Get up a little closer. There is a bracket that is mounted to the inner wheel well that this bolts to, holds it on the wheel well. And then you got your heater inlets and your heater outlets, and you get your vacuum connector, and it's pretty easy. So I'm going to get to it because it is getting a little late, and I got to get up early, obviously. It's about 4.5 hours of a drive for me to get down there, and I want to get there as soon as it starts. Last couple times I went, and it's been a few years since I went, I wasn't able to get down there till Saturday, and like most swap meets, everything that's worth anything is generally gone by then. So this year I took a day off of work, and hopefully I can find some stuff. Got a short list of things I'm looking for, but we'll see what we see. So in any event, I'm going to get going on this, and we'll kind of show you what this is all about as we go. All right, so we got the old one out. And just turn this around, I'll show you. All right. Unit sits right here. Right like this. That's what's going to the heater core, and tucked over here out of the way are my lines off the motor. Now this, I've got this bypassed. This particular car, this contraption here, if you notice, normally the lines would go in there, and you see tubes running down to the back and underneath the vehicle. This car has a, I'm going to grab the keys and open the trunk so you can see this, has a rear mounted heater and rear window defroster. Hopefully it's not too dark back here. Some of them actually even had AC plumbed into this. I'm going to grab a light because it is pretty dark. So those steel lines run all the way under the back of the car and go to that unit right there. Comes up through the floor. And that's got its own heater core and blower motor. You can see right up there. Ducts into one of the speaker grids on the back deck to pull air in. Runs through the heater core with the coolant that's coming up from the front of the vehicle. And then, you know, the ducting that goes back up and blows through the back deck, up on the glass. And there's actually ductwork. There's heater ducts that come out under the back seat. Kind of an oddball. Kind of cool. But in any event, I have bypassed that simply because I don't trust it to actually work and not leak. The blower fan turns on, but you know, I'm not that worried about it. I'm not driving this thing in the dead of winter anyway. So this mounts on the fender well and got lines to it and lines away from it. So this is pulled out. You can see, get out in the light here, it is cracked right there. So this whole thing is separating, and once it starts building pressure in the cooling system, it starts to leak. But the one thing I do need to do is swap the bracket over. So I'm going to do that real quick and get the new one bolted on, and we'll move on to other things. All right, so the new one's in. I'm going to fire her up, make sure it doesn't leak, make sure the coolant's all topped back up, and then we'll move on to a couple other things. Just check the oil, check the trans fluid, like I said, check the air pressures. Other than that, I'm just going to load some stuff in the trunk for in case something happens on the side of the road, and gonna hit it in the morning. So I won't bore you with the fire up. I guess we'll just tap back into this if for some reason it's leaking and let you know. But there you go. It's changed out the heater control valve. All right, so it is the next morning. It's about 5:30. I've stopped at the gas station, filled up the tank. There's gonna be a lot of that probably on this little road trip. We're currently going through the car wash because what the hell, and grab some breakfast. We're gonna hit the road, see what we see. Get down to the park slot meet. Hopefully we can find some good stuff. Hopefully the car wash doesn't leak too bad. But we'll get on the road here in just a bit. just a little north of Lafayette, Indiana. Making the first gas stop. I apologize, it's pretty windy out here today, but the sun's out and it's pretty nice. I ran into some traffic issues between Chicago and 65. Wow, it's windy. Pretty severe accident. I had the tarps up, so I think somebody had a really bad day. So wherever you might be out there, family, whatever, let's say a prayer. So we're filling up, making a rest stop, and we're going to keep going. About a mile or so from the Indianapolis State Fair Grounds. This is also where Mecum does their auctions. The one in May and the one in October. One in October used to be done in Schaumburg, Illinois. But honestly, this is a better venue. But yeah, we're just waiting in traffic here. We're going to get to the getting, see what we can find. Inside the swap meet. I'm going to turn the camera around with this walk around. You can see just how extensive this is. Pretty much anything you want you're going to find here, unless you're into C-body stuff. It's a little bit of slim pickings. So we'll turn around.
So we're done here today. It's a lot of walking, especially back to the car. I parked in a really wrong spot, but I did pick up a couple of things, not the things I wanted. Didn't find what I was looking for, oddly enough, but show you what I did pick up. I got a set of red anodized Moroso valve covers and a brand new from Mancini Racing, the black wrinkle finished unsilenced air filter housing assembly. It actually comes at the top, the base, filter, the stud. I always kind of dug these, and if I do a black wrinkle on the Edelbrock valve covers I got in the garage, I think they'd look really good with this. So that's going to do it for now. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you enjoyed doing a little walk around in the drive. I'm just going to take it easy, start heading home. Again, appreciate you watching. If you could hit the subscribe button, leave any comments, anything that suggestions, anything that you see. Ding the bell, and once again, thanks for tuning in. Later.